Okay, now we're going to learn about a piecewise defined function. So first off, it's a function that's defined by two or more equations over a specified domain. Meaning that for one part of the answer you get one thing and another part you get a different answer. Kind of a little vague, but what it basically means is you're going to have, for if your domain is one certain type of answer, you get one answer, and another one you get the other. So here's an example of one. And they talk about the absolute value function because you could write this one as a piecewise defined function. And what we know is this. The absolute value is this. If x is a positive value, then x is greater than or equal to 0. And if x is a negative value, then it's actually going to be what? Less than 0 type of thing. You get for the answer to be correct for the y range. Notice, if x is negative, you're going to turn around and make it, what's the negative of a negative? Makes a positive. Right? So, meaning that when you have a negative x, you're going to end up making it positive. That's the bottom part right there. And the top part is if x is a positive value greater than or equal to 0, 0 greater, it's right there and goes like that. That's a piecewise function shown graphically. And you can see the domain here is this. Well, first off, the domain for this is this. X is along this line right here. Domain is x, and it goes from negative infinity to infinity. But the range goes from only what? 0 up. So it will be 0 to infinity. And because 0 is part of the answer, it is a bracket. Infinities are always parentheses. The difference between a parentheses and a bracket is this. A parentheses means it goes to it but never touches it. A bracket means it can actually equal that number. Okay? So that's the difference. That's why this is a 0. 0 is actually part of the answer. And infinities are always brackets because you can never ever reach infinity. All right? Now, the intercepts are at 0, 0. It's the x and y intercept are both right there. And decreasing means as you read from left to right, it is going down. So it is decreasing from the interval of what? Negative infinity to 0. And something I always want to point out. Decreasing and increasing are never brackets. Ever. Because when you actually change directions, you're actually, well, we have a 0 slope right there. And it's increasing from 0 to there. But at 0, it's actually not doing either one. At 0, it's not increasing, nor is it decreasing. That's why it's always parentheses when we do decreasing or increasing. All right? So that's a little bit of some definition about how a function particularly works.